Colin and Justin, and your home has just been heisted.
I can't believe
It looks like the house of a crazy lady.
it! These people have no taste.
You are medically insane.
You have to fix it.
I can't.
Meet Colin and Justin, the design detectives tackling Canada's most shockingly styled homes.
Let's find the worst house in the downtown core.
Oh, no, stop. No, not here. Carry on.
That one there.
Oh, is that it?
Oh, it doesn't look very good, does it?
Stop now.
Right, where are we?
Following a tip-off, they've made their way to the scene of a design crime, and they're about to pull off an audacious
Hold on.
home heist.
Right, let's get in here.
Wow. Oh, I thought it was a very thin Chinese woman there. Hi, look at that
Morning,
face.
how are you?
That could be Victoria Beckham, couldn't it?
Fabulous.
Hi, baby. Looks like Yoko Ono's been hung out to dry.
Somebody's been at that with a pen knife down there.
Watch the lady.
Great.
She's
Look,
alive.
I'm sorry, darling. Are you okay?
I think we're very loosely describing this as a kitchen with appliances that were clearly installed when Victoria was still on the throne.
I've got one thing to say. It's a jungle out there. No, sorry. It's a jungle in here. Baby, let's get some stuff and leg it.
The gay kitty cats?
Oh, good. A tray of clockwork plastic sushi.
I'm taking the flattened pussy.
I'll take this, the hideous Canadiana chair. Oh, do you know what? That's the trouble with bad taste. It's so heavy. Let's ambush this baby.
We've actually come down to this brilliant Toronto gallery because we know for a fact that Jane, our homeowner, loves all things artistic. And to make her feel particularly comfortable, we bagged this one this morning ourselves with our blunderbuss, and we brought it as some of the salutary evidence that this is one crazy lady.
Morning,
Morning.
young people of Canada.
Heading to the gallery for a visit with a friend, Jane will soon be blushing as pink as her jacket. Curators for the day, Colin and Justin, are putting on a rather special display.
Make it look fabulous.
They explain their new installation to a none too impressed crowd.
I don't know if you're familiar with Jane Rowland, but Jane Rowland is a Toronto-based citizen, and what we've tried to do here is to assemble a snapshot of her
Come
life.
closer. And I think the lovely thing about Jane's work is the fact that she didn't take herself too seriously. Her clockwork sushi collection, see, that's actually demonstrated in this very authentic plastic bag. Any questions? Does every Canadian home have this?
Are these art? I'm going to throw it open to the audience. If you think it's good or bad, we're going to ask you to vote by shouting good or bad.
Oh,
She's here. Excuse us a second.
Baby, let's excuse us. You get on with your tour.
Oh, she's here. Shh. Down.
Hey, Alberta, look. That is exactly... Oh, my God.
Jane, we're Colin and Justin, and your home has just been heisted.
I can't believe it! How did this happen? Took me a second to clue in to what was going on.
We've actually gone into your house, taken out your furniture, and we are heisting your home, madam.
Once I realized that that was all my furniture and there were all those people around, I was totally stunned and to a degree embarrassed. Let's be truthful here. I need help, obviously.
See, we've seen your house,
You
Mrs.
so
You
need
seriously
help.
so need help.
Come over here.
Let's see the evidence. How do you feel, Jane, when you sit here in this lovely gallery full of this wonderful artwork and then see this furniture?
Ashamed.
Is it any wonder you're disappearing into your jacket?
Tell us some dark secrets about Jane. Come on.
Jane, you were trying to paint your kitchen, and she went to the paint store with a yellow rubber chicken as an example of the color, precise color of yellow she wanted.
It's true.
Rubber
It's true.
chicken yellow.
I love it. I think that deserves a round of applause, actually.
My friend embarrassed me, but I still love her. She knows secrets about me that no one else knows, and you know, fair game.
I think this art exhibit has come to an end, and it's time to take you back to the scene of the crime, my lovely.
Take me. I bought this house just over 9 years ago. I mean, it's a classic Victorian house, and I love it. Love to read books, love to discuss ideas. My decorating style, I would say, leaning to eclectic, cluttered. It's obvious that I really like to collect stuff. I need to change because it's time. I mean, the living room is pretty much hand-me-down. I feel happy and safe in this house, and it makes me happy every day when I wake up.
Fess up, Jane.
What were you thinking when you put this scheme together?
Maybe I wasn't thinking.
It looks like the house of a crazy lady.
Oh.
Every surface cluttered to the point that it looks like there's been a Chachika explosion, a tornado of trash. There's some lovely stuff, but by goodness, a lot of it needs to go.
I bow to you.
Do you know what I like about this kitchen? Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
I'm actually going to do something which is something I would normally not do, and that's disagree with Colin. Because the cabinetry here is fabulous. So
You can't
I'm
see
making
it.
a decision that we'll keep that cabinetry and rework
But
it.
you can't see it.
Shush, Colin, you were allowed to have your
Can you
exclusive.
see the cabinets?
Tell him to shut up, Jane, because
Shut
it'll
up.
mess
There's
it.
a giant
Listen to
tomato
Jane.
sitting
Please
there.
shut up. I said please.
Now, Jane, this room really takes the biscuit. Is it a jewellery shop? Is it some type of, I don't know, oriental nail torture going on up the wall here?
What are those 3 ropes up there, like for some kind of like strange suicide attempt? Huh? I mean, well, look at that dust. Who's in this picture? Hold on a minute.
So embarrassing. All of my faults, all of my poor housekeeping. Oh, all revealed.
That poor big plant over there, that could be stood up proudly on a nice big stake. What on earth are we going to do with you?
I mean, I think Jane is a girl who can't say no.
Yes, I'm ready for this process. Yes, I'm ready to be heisted.
Well, Jane, you delicious, delinquent designer. There's good news. You can be saved. And actually, this house, I genuinely think that there's more good than bad. And it's up to us to just weed out the rubbish and celebrate what's left.
The bad news for you, madam, is because you were involved in making it like this, we reckon that you need to be involved with us as we transform. So it's rolling up your sleeves and getting stuck into the hard graft.
Bring it on.
And by the time we hand you this house back, darling, it's going to be hotter than a handheld bedpan.
Fleeing the chaotic clutter, Colin and Justin take refuge in their design loft to attempt to take the shabby out of chic.
Meanwhile, Jane's dining room's a heavy load to carry around.
I tell you, it's time for some designer weight loss.
Lovely Jane thinks this is bohemian. I say, no bohemian.
That boudoir is like an explosion in a junk shop.
You know, that bed does need a good airing.
Let's air her laundry and make it fabulous.
I think the mood in here should be like an updated French bohemian.
I like that.
Just because she is quite kind of boho, let's take away the gloom from that.
Getting boho right is a bit of a task because if you get it wrong, it's more boohoo than boho. Let's say a French bistro feel. Boudoir style, button tufted upholstery.
Beautiful little kind of like Louis-style chairs.
I reckon with the correct balance, we can really build it. Okay, so living room, dining rooms. Don't think we need to spend money on a new floor because I think the floor that's there could be easily sanded and stained an awful lot darker. I reckon we're around a bit similar like this.
Do you think? You know, I
Yeah.
think the darker the better.
I also think we should stain the timberwork, that lovely elegant timberwork, because if we want to build on that ecclesiastical feel, that's a really simple way to go.
You know, I picked this paper.
I love that too.
Because again, it's going to bring in some sunshine, you know, a bit of warmth in there, and then this will be a great foil for the dark timber.
Fantastic. Imagine this dark floor with upholstery detailing in that colour.
That's going to work really well there.
Let's turn our attentions to what I think will be the finest room in the house, the kitchen.
Nice and bright, you know, get the light in there.
I love these, and I'll tell you why I love these. If we're going to build in that whole French feel, a bistro feel for our kitchen, like a French bistro feel. Imagine these on the ceilings that are almost reminiscent of like the zinc countertops you found in those old Parisian bars.
Why don't we extend out? Let's build out a deck at the back. Let's paint the kitchen units and the deck the same colour, and then we get that wonderful like continuity of eye line.
I'm going to want to live in this kitchen.
Oh, I've suddenly thought of
feel it.
something that looks like Shrek.
With a bohemian living room and a French kitchen, what could be better upstairs than a combination of the two?
That is a great bedroom. You know, there's tons of light in there, you know, and really make a feature of that beautiful view out to the garden as well. In fact, hold that.
I'll have this put aside for a gown for the weekend for me though, Colin. I'm not
No,
going to lie.
darling.
Nipped in at the waist, plumed out at the floor.
Listen, your wardrobe's going to have to suffer so that Jane can benefit. Let's use this on our soft furnishings. Get a couple of French kind of like Louis-style chairs, have them reupholstered, and then use the same wallpaper.
How about we find ourselves a couple of glasses, the local zinc bar, and just drink to Jane's future?
Excellent.
Day one, and the house is a blank canvas in need of a pair of designers. Ah, perfect.
Oh, look at our lovely Jane. Are you ready for this?
We need the key to your house because it's been heisted. Until such time as we see fit to give you it back, we're in charge.
On
and-
your knees.
Oh, baby, is that a demand?
on your
Is that a
knees.
demand?
There you go.
Thank you,
You
darling.
don't have
We'll
to buy
have
him a
that.
drink for that, but anyway. Are you ready to meet our lovely team?
I would love to.
Boys, floor, out. Horrible ceiling, out. Cabinets, preserve these. Action!
The team have just 6 days to revamp this temple of trash, a project that would normally take 6 weeks.
Any special instructions?
Yeah, just try and watch the two gays in the corner. Oh! Come on, Jay, think of every diet that didn't work.
Oh my God. It felt really great and good exercise.
She clearly loves dark colours. She likes dark timber, but there's too much of it, you know, and it feels very heavy, very oppressive. You know, keep the darker element on the floor and then lighten up. Did we get the yellow wallpaper?
I do. I actually wanted to show it to you. I'm really excited about it. Beautiful.
So, I mean, look at the difference that is going to do to this room. It's just, it's night and day.
I'm not going to lie to you, Cheryl.
What?
Before we get into the design, we need to have a major clear out because the house is very, very, very messy, okay?
I know.
Dust and debris everywhere you look.
Look over there.
It's just scandalous.
Look at the
Every
floor.
single bit. This room is hellish with potential. So we have found this incredible paper and matching fabric.
Beautiful.
Okay. Every wall surface covered in the paper. All timber work to be pure white.
Okay.
We'd like to have clothes storage and open storage for some chachikas.
Okay.
And they should run down that wall to hide the pipe work at the end, so it's problem solving as well as good design. Custom made Roman blinds for this window and also this area.
Meanwhile, downstairs, the team are hard at work pulling up the floor, only to be confronted by a sticky problem.
This is a nightmare. See what they've done? The plywood's coming up with the tiles. This is the first day of Reno and we run into this huge problem.
You're not moaning already.
I'm moaning
Half an
already.
hour into this. What's up?
Well, they used an epoxy to put this tile down, so it's actually peeling layers of plywood up.
So they did it properly.
They did it
Which is
properly.
why it's
They
lasted for so
overdid
long.
it.
Baby, it's simple. Remove the tiles, get the boards up, get some new ply on, and then get tiling.
Let's do the ceiling first. It's gotta be easy.
So, darling, I love this positive attitude. First thing in the morning, it's killing me. We're dying here. We're lifting a floor, Graham.
This sucks, man.
Postponing the inevitable, the team launch into tearing down the ceiling. Much more fun.
Hey, we're getting an extra 6 inches.
Oh, can we?
We've brought you out here to talk about two designer lessons. Now, the first of them is invasion of the chachicas everywhere.
Oh, say it isn't so.
Well, it is, Jane.
Say it isn't so.
It is. Your house
okay.
is like an explosion in a knick-knack shop.
Your second crime is a case of green thumb going wrong. Look, there are too many plants.
But I love plants.
You know, but you've got to get
Handle
the
the
balance right. I mean, your bedroom, it's not like a rainforest, it's like a pain forest.
We like to remind our homeowners of just how naughty they are by putting them in a T-shirt that kind of says it all. Jane of the Jungle.
Jane, get yourself in here. It looks a bit bleak and bare now, doesn't it?
Oh, duh.
Well, it's all about to change, Jane, but we want that to remain a secret. So with immediate effect, this room is strictly off limits.
Oh.
Deal?
Banished?
Banished until the reveal. Come on.
You know, go on. Off you pop.
I think they're way off base. How can you have too many plants? I mean, I don't mind being called Jungle Jane. You can never have too many plants, in my opinion. Jane of the Jungle. You go.
The kitchen ceiling has become a pile of debris. But annoyingly, it's wasted half a day.
The nightmare with the ceiling, it was easy to come down. We thought we'd gain a few inches, but the problem is the whole house is sloping right to the back. And obviously that won't look very good, so basically we're gonna put the ceiling right back up again. So we did a lot of work for nothing.
Day 2, and despite the team's best efforts, little progress is made. Jungle Jane's kitchen floor takes most of the day to rip out before they can even begin building the deck. The next morning, day 3 of this 6-day project, the deck may be nearly done, but the rest of the house is running way behind.
I'm anticipating fantastic transformation.
Oh, sure. Hiya, babes. How are you? You
I'm
well?
good. How are you? Wait a
We're
second.
great.
What's wrong with your hair?
What do you mean, what's wrong with it? I
What's
came as
wrong?
Marilyn Monroe. Hello, gorgeous.
Are you trying to be part of a boy band?
Baby, meanwhile, big changes, nothing here.
Nothing's happening.
Why not? Come on, Jane's
have
rug
appliances, which is
is
great.
still
What's
there.
in here for, Cheryl, in the middle of a building site?
This should be stained. This should have changed. That should be stained.
Sure, so nothing's
Has the
happening.
kitchen changed?
Barely.
This hasn't changed either.
It has changed.
The floor's changed.
The floor's changed.
A couple of boards down.
Pulled this down to see if we could take it up for you, and turned out we couldn't take it up, and so
we
this was a
can't?
complete waste
So we
of time.
can't?
That was
We
a waste
can't.
of time?
So you can see over here, it's only an inch. You gain about an inch going up, and then as you come up all the way across, you can gain 10 inches.
So what are you going to do then? Just
Yeah, we
drywall
re-drywall
again
it,
and
then
it's the same as
do
before?
the finish.
So is this a total waste of time? We're not even going to gain the ceiling height?
It was a waste of time.
No, it had to come down to be put up and
You can't
improved.
tell in
Didn't
these
you
old
put a
houses.
brand new ceiling up there? Oh, come on, it was sound.
God,
It was
no,
a bit
no, no,
lumpy
no, no, no.
bumpy.
It's
Pure
6
waste of
sheets.
time.
It's no big deal. We tried to do
Exactly.
it. So
It's
But
6
now we're
sheets, but
behind.
it's budget and we're behind.
In actual fact, it was probably a bit bonkers of Graham to take the whole lot down when he could have done a bit of exploratory investigation to find out. See, Colin going, ha, suggests he always wants to be right. I don't have that. I speak with a voice that I consider shared with Colin's. I don't feel any need to be remotely competitive or to word count or to be proved wrong or right.
No,
It's
me
the difference
neither.
between Colin and Justin.
Me neither.
Everything I say is true. I'm a natural blonde.
Man, they're always blaming me. Do they blame Cheryl? Sometimes.
Surely the decking will go down well.
Unacceptable. If we see hole marks
We'll
from
fill those.
screws
We can do it.
and then stain them so that we can't see them.
Yeah, but this is a deck.
Well, Graham, obviously we're going to have to finish this off as well to tidy this
Yeah,
up,
we
okay?
that's why we left the post.
Okay, well, listen, let's not leave that as just timber. Why don't we paint that the same colour as the kitchen units? We're actually going to paint the timber out here in the same fantastic grey so that when we bring our furniture out here, suddenly our kitchen has doubled in size. I mean, Graham, obviously we're doing this to extend the floor plan from the kitchen, you know, so we need this to be stained exactly like that timber in there.
Well, it'll be close.
Well, that's the spirit, Graham. Meanwhile, Jane arrives expecting to see plenty of progress. Time for some attention redirection.
Oh, my God.
Oh, look. Do you know there's been a lot of progress made?
Oh, there sure has.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, floor's been leveled, the guys
Holy
have stripped out all the
smokes.
unnecessaries, starting to kind of replan the kitchen, you know, so we're really pleased.
Wow. Wow.
Can I just direct your eye? We're doing you a little Bertie bonus. This is early
This
days.
is unbelievable. This is something I never even dreamed would be possible. I am so blown away by what's gone on so far.
Every time I look at Jane, though, all I can see is the seamstress from The Incredibles. She's just like a cartoon character. She's brilliant fun.
It's just bloody marvelous. Yes!
Okay, right over there.
Yep.
Look, Canada, under counter integrated. This is what integrated appliances look like. Look carefully, look.
Essentially, it's got the same storage as an up and down fridge freezer, but they're side to side, okay? Which means that they don't take up all that kind of eye space in the middle of this room.
Meanwhile, Cheryl's after some custom-fitted marble, perfect for a Parisian kitchen.
Kevin, this is gonna work perfectly, so what's the next step?
Okay, we'll send a CAD technologist to the home, template the cabinets in a digital fashion, countertops fabricated, and we'll be back to install on your schedule.
Love it. Thank you so much.
That all sounds simple, but with such slow progress being made, nothing is guaranteed.
Now listen, Jane, we're going to whisk you away from the house right now because we have a canny lesson. Yes,
right.
indeed. And it's all about your tchotchkes.
Lead on.
Come on in, missus. In we come.
It's probably dangerous to bring you to a place like this.
What fresh horrors have you got for me now? Oh, no! You've raped my tchotchke collection.
We've brought you down here because we've got a fantastic lesson in how to choose carefully the best tchotchkes for your home.
It's all about being selective and actually
Exactly.
just showcasing the things that really matter.
100 items taken from your home. We've given each of the items a $1 value, okay? So there's
Thanks
about
a lot.
$100
Thanks a
worth of
lot.
stuff.
Indeed, but
There's
there's
some
good
decent
news.
antiques in
Well,
here, you know.
you'll be able to weed out the decent stuff because we have 35 Home Heist bucks.
Give 'em to
There
me.
you are.
All
Each
right.
of your pieces is worth $1 each.
Let's go.
You can pick
Let's
35
go.
items
I
and
want
start
that
shopping.
teapot.
Okay.
I want
Okay.
that teapot.
That's $1.
I want this.
Hey, come on, Jane, spend
Okay,
faster.
all right,
Come on,
all right,
baby.
all right.
Jane,
Yeah.
think twice,
Yeah.
buy once. Do you like anything there?
Oh, thanks a lot, you guys.
Definitely not.
A great photo shoot.
Oh.
Is there anything here that you'd like to buy?
Nothing really high-end.
Nothing at all.
These people have no taste.
Another buck.
This.
You want this?
Okay.
Well, that's a bug.
I want the urn. Gotta have. That's it.
Fabulous. Well, lovely doing business with you.
Oh my God.
Have a look at everything on the table. Okay, now be honest. Do any of these items have a relationship? Do they look like they belong together?
No.
They have to contribute towards an overall design, and nothing here does.
We've got this kind of 2-year rule that we always kind of work by. If you've not used it for the last couple of years, or if you haven't really kind of had it as part of your life, then think in terms of getting rid of it.
Okay. The truth of the matter is that so much of this stuff is just collected over the years. Some of it's gifts, some of it's... And I didn't even know I really actually still owned it, to be perfectly honest.
You know, Jane, in a nutshell, if it's dusty and it's damaged, get rid of it.
Oh, see you later then, Colin.
Bye. See you, Dusty. I like his Dusty Springfield's hair.
When I was done that, it was just like, take it away. I don't want to ever see it again. Totally purged.
You have decluttered your space by 2/3. I think we can give you one free purchase.
Okay, I know what it's going to be.
Please, no type of wind-up food
no.
stuff.
Wind-up sushi.
I think this is the weirdest thing under the sun. And look, it's a...
Live with it.
You are medically insane.
And as day 4 begins, the team are flushed with optimism, despite all the issues.
Now, although we're extremely behind in terms of our schedule, we are starting to see some progress. All of the floor has been stained, this dark walnut. It looks absolutely beautiful. Now, Tim's working in the dining area, trying to take off all the existing wallpaper, and I can't wait for it to all come down. Dave's working on all the built-ins. Now, that's going the same dark walnut as our floor. Although we're progressing, there's still tons of work to be finished.
And there's one French boho touch everyone's been avoiding.
Graham, let's check out this tin ceiling.
Never done a tin ceiling.
I've never done it either, but I know it's gonna look fabulous. All right, so they're 24 by 24, but here's the thing. You cannot cut any of these tiles.
Cut it here, we can
Oh,
cut
no. You can't cut it. You have to leave this piece as it is. There's also crown. It's over here. So that crown goes up like that. Then you have this piece.
Are you kidding?
Nope. And then you have this egg and dart border that goes like this, and then your panels start.
Oh, that's just insane.
Graham may think that's insane, but even more mental is Jane's houseplant placement. Remember this? Colin and Justin aren't allowing it to happen ever again.
We have got a lesson especially for you and your sad old plants.
Lead on.
You're gonna go wild for this. After you, my lovely. Whoa! Jungle Jane, we brought you to your nap natural habitat. Oh, meanwhile,
We thought we'd bring you down here and have a little exploration of an ever-growing, ever-blossoming bush.
Indeed, you don't have to worry about snakes or spiders in here, but there is something that might be slightly scarier. A Colin and Justin lesson.
No!
We need you to honestly take your plants that are here and just display them on this piece of ground the way you would at home. Imagine this is your bedroom floor. These are the plants. Go. Come on, quick sticks.
Your bedroom, Jane, was just insane. There was no rhyme or reason. It was just an explosion of everything.
So?
Is there anything remotely beautiful about what you've done there? Does it have form, structure? Does it contribute to the overall beauty of the area?
Probably not.
No.
So what am I supposed to do? I see a plant in a shop, I fall in love with it, I bring it home, it looks like crap.
OK, classic case of impulse buy gone wrong. We're going to show you the right way to do it.
All right.
Watch and learn.
All right.
Follow him, baby. Go on.
Listen and learn. In the same way that we group accessories in odd numbers, 3s or 5s or 7s, so too do we do the same with horticulture and plants. And there's just something about those odd numbers that really works. Now, for example, you've got that fantastic fireplace hearth area to display plants on. Imagine you just shoved one like that. Well, it looks a little bit lonely, doesn't it?
It does.
Now, the three of these things together, I think, look far more attractive. Instantly, you've got what we call a vignette.
You should think about actually going from huge plants to smaller plants and having this lovely step-down effect. OK, we've got pots with smaller plants and larger pots with larger plants, but we can dot these around to actually give us different heights as well, you know.
Start to think about colours that work well together and start to think in terms of the flower and the way that's going to relate to the wallpaper, for example. Now, here's a perfect example. This is a brilliant paper. It looks super because the white's picking out the white in there.
Right.
The red is complementing the yellow. And all of those things work really well.
So we need you from this point forward to have no more jungles, but to showcase your plants, baby. You know, really show them up. Let them contribute to
A mini
design.
jungle? A mini jungle?
Well, only if it's a beautiful, multi-tiered, colour-coordinated jungle.
All right.
Fabulous. You are a bush baby no more.
I have learned my lesson. Colin and Justin don't let you get away with anything. And their points are well taken, so.
Back at the house, it's midway through day 4, and Cheryl's templater has arrived to measure up the countertops for the marble. The counters, of course, aren't ready.
Graham and his team haven't installed the cabinets to the wall yet, so things aren't level, things aren't where they should be. And it's almost a waste of his time to come in here and have things not prepared.
All we have to figure out is the length this way and the length that way. What is it right now?
So this should be 24 and a half. So I want you to make sure that it's 24 and a half.
I promise you. I'm sorry it's not ready.
Is that going to line up here,
Same
Graham?
thing, this would be.
You know what? I don't think it does line up there.
We need to make sure that it lines up to the end of his cabinet.
I don't think it does line up.
Frustrated with the kitchen's progress, Cheryl heads off to source some custom carpets for the living room. It's vital they have the red detailing to complement the boho design. But with just 2 days left to finish the house, has she cut it a bit fine?
Hello. I'm looking for 2 remnants. I have a couple of sizes, 6x9 and 7x9. So I need something in a neutral shade, and then I need red binding tape.
Okay, let's see if we can make it happen.
What are we going to find today? I've got the wallpaper sample here, so that might work. Is there something else?
You want to go a little
make sure.
lighter than this?
Maybe. That might work. Let's go with that. Something close. Well, maybe we're getting it too here. I think we should go with that one. Can you get that for me in time?
It might be pushing it.
What if I give you 2 days?
If you make it through, you got a deal.
I don't have 3, Ivan.
Back in the French Bohemian bedroom, the ceiling's going up in preparation for the built-in wardrobes.
Hey, guys. When's the floor going down?
Today.
So if I have my cabinets here tomorrow, we can build in this unit. Okay. That's disgusting. Yuck. That is disgusting. This is disgusting. We need to fix this up. Jane can't live like this anymore.
No.
Ew!
It's day 5, and tomorrow Colin and Justin should be furnishing the house, sprinkling their designer magic. But work in the bedroom is behind with only half the floor down. And the kitchen is behind with only half the ceiling up.
So today's a really busy day. The back door is being installed in the kitchen. The tiling started in the kitchen. Upstairs in the bedroom, the floor is getting laid. We're really in rough shape. We just don't seem to be getting any breaks on this house at all. You know, every time we turn around, there's some other problem. So no, we can't afford to have any more bad luck, because if we do, we're toast.
Things take a turn for the worse as Graham finds the tin tiles don't fit. Cheryl scrambles back to the house.
Oh my God.
Slight slope in it so the crown molding doesn't work. Because the guys didn't want these tiles cut, and they're full tiles, the squareness of the room and everything's affecting us with the tin. If we could have cut the tin, no problems.
Holy cow.
You see, if you stick it up here, I don't have a problem. On this wall comes in on such an angle, I don't have the room. I don't even have this egg trim in yet, and I don't have any room. And if you go to that end, I have too much room.
I don't know. This is a big mess.
It's a big mess. It's not gonna happen, Cheryl. I can't make this happen.
This is all gonna have to be fixed. Ceilings have to come down. We can't leave the ceiling like this. It has to be level.
You can't do it the way they want to do it in this house. It's ridiculous.
The fact that we ripped the ceiling down and put it back up to then keep the line.
I bet I didn't know there was a line like that. It wasn't until we leveled at the tiles and already started the tent.
You have to fix it.
I can't.
This whole room is totally up. Every angle is up.
I'm not gonna do it.
Well, let me make some phone calls because we can't move forward.
If we had to tear it down, that's it, we're done. I mean, it's tight enough as it is. If we had to tear this roof down, there's no way the reveal would happen.
When the guys put the ceiling back up, it wasn't even level, which is causing more problems for us in the end. And Graham's answer to this is that he can't do it. And that's just not good enough. Hey, Justin, how are you?
It's either cut their losses by cutting the tiles or rip the whole ceiling down. Again. Still, practice makes perfect.
But it's way too late to take down the whole ceiling, Cheryl, for goodness sake. It's just simply far, far too late. Well, if Graham wants to fudge it, he'll have to do that. Now, when I say fudge it, I mean do an absolutely perfect job, because that ceiling is not coming down again. End of story.
Elsewhere, the enormous team effort is starting to make a difference. Not least in the bedroom, where the tatty old wardrobes have had a shiny new facade. Curious about the delay, Jane makes an unexpected visit to the house. Dave finds her something to do outside to keep her attention off the disaster inside.
So Jane, what you want to do is put little dabs over each hole, okay? Scrape it out.
Okay, I think I can do that, babe. Yep.
So go right ahead.
Okay.
There you go, first one and you got it. It took me like 8 screws to get it.
Oh, man. So what are you saying? I'm a genius?
That's what I'm saying. You're fine.
Okay.
Only 250 to go. Let me know. And,
aren't you an optimist?
We'll get you doing something else.
All right. Thank you.
But is Jane really being fooled by any of these diversionary tactics?
I'm curious to see what it's going to look like. I mean, it feels like it's so close now that I can't wait.
Yes. So on the day before the reveal, the new furniture goes in, only to head straight back out again. Cheryl is left hanging outside.
As you can see, it's still a construction zone. In the bedroom, they're actually finishing up all the wallpaper. The cabinet is painted white. In the living room and dining room, the fireplace still has to be worked on. There's a lot of trim work. Then we actually have to stain it. In the kitchen, the only good thing about what's going on there is that our countertop arrived late last night. It looks beautiful, just exactly how I imagined it. And then they're finishing off the tile, and then they still have to put the lighting in. It's a lot of work.
But more important than all that, what will Colin and Justin make of the fudged tin ceiling?
Graham, it doesn't look that bad.
We just had an ear-bending phone call from Cheryl saying that you and she were having serious grief about getting the ceiling up.
Serious grief.
This looks fantastic.
This is where I was freaking out. It went way up, way up, and I was like, they're gonna hate it, blah, 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 and I managed to fuss it.
Is there anything we could do about it? Because that does crawl up.
I'll try to fudge it down a bit. I just had a
Yeah, I mean, it's just
a hard
sit
time
in
with
that
this.
corner, and the joins are a wee bit.
Well, no, you know what I have is I had some silver paint that's caulking, and I just take the silver paint and touch them up.
I reckon all things considered, it's great.
Yeah. Great.
There's something about this product that is quite forgiving in a lot of ways because there are so many different reflections going in so many different directions. And I'll tell you one thing that's really fantastic about this. The ceiling height hasn't changed, but because we've got this incredibly reflective surface, it feels like the ceiling has gone up by a couple of feet, so...
Yeah. I was really worried. I mean, I just was worried. That's the first time I've done it, too.
This tin has saved you from us saying, you know, why did we take the ceiling down and why didn't we then fix it when we rehung it? We don't need to say any of that because the ceiling has actually solved the problem.
You're looking slightly relieved, Graham.
I'm totally relieved. I was freaking out. I just didn't think I could do it. Yeah, Jocko calls me the Tin Man with a heart.
The Tin Man? I suppose that makes you the Scarecrow. And Dustin. That makes you Dorothy.
Nice. Click those heels, honey, you'll be home in no time.
Shave.
Now, if we could just get Dave Sparks to learn to wallpaper a bit faster, I'd be a happy boy. Yeah. I mean, undeniably very pretty, but blimey, when it comes to rolling out that paper, it takes all that time. Do you know hot news? At the moment, it ain't us that are being drama queens. Normally, Colin and I do the ructions and the grumbling if stuff isn't good, but we had this call from Cheryl, and she and Graham said that the ceiling in the kitchen wasn't good enough and that we wouldn't be happy. Well, do you know what? It's a tough old job. There are minor imperfections, but with a bit of work, it'll be perfect. Oh, a difference.
God, it's so... Do you know what? It's so clean.
Exactly.
It's incredible to think that this is still that same dark, gloomy, dust-covered room that Jane actually slept in. One of the reasons that we chose this really dramatic pattern is that the walls are really irregular and really rough, and a huge repeat design like that actually deflects the eye away from a lot of the surface imperfections. So, A, it's practical, and B, it's really beautiful, and C, double hands on hips means doubly gay.
I don't know what you mean.
Or well built.
We need to hand this house back to Jane tomorrow, as promised.
I would rather you were ugly, but could wallpaper like that, rather than being pretty and quite slow.
Too bad. Well, I guess we're out of luck on that one.
Well, can you get faster?
Or get ugly. Or...
Can you catch this paintbrush?
Colin and Justin are due to reveal the house to Jane tomorrow. But as day 5 draws to a close, the crew are still hard at it. After the early struggles with the kitchen floor and ceiling, the rest of the house still needs a lot of work.
You know, there's no way we're going to get this house to give it back to you on time. Like, the place is a mess. We got to clean it up, and we're going to lose daylight soon.
OK, well, I would rather that we take extra time to get it right rather than run at the last hurdle and make a mess of it. So actually, although that's bad news, it's good news inside out.
The dedicated team pull together for a very late night, making sure Colin and Justin's French boho vision is realised. The next morning, as the construction crew are applying their finishing touches, Colin and Justin arrive to a very different scene.
That's when we put the nice things in. Yay, sometimes great interior design is all about a little bit of trickery. Now, we sourced a fireplace for this room, and it was about $1,400 or $1,600, which we just couldn't afford. Fortunately, we've got the best builders in Canada, and they've covered the old concrete hearth with lumber. $80 worth. It's absolutely brilliant. The only thing that we have to do now is to stain it as dark as the floor and as dark as our cabinetry over here, and this whole room will come to life.
You know, good design is actually all about getting the balance right between darkness and light. Now, we've transformed Jane's floor. We've stained all of our fabulous timber in here as well, much, much darker. And to counteract that and really bring this room alive, we've used this rather zesty yellow wallpaper. Very, very modern, but actually quite an old-fashioned pattern that looks really at home here in Jane's front room.
I'll take that. These are chairs for a king and queen, or just 2 queens.
Big thing to remember, now this is really, really important. If you're going to do your own upholstery, find the emblem, okay, the big part, the motif of the design, position that smack dab in the centre. If that's squint or in any way over to one side, it'll all look a little bit cockeyed. Are you going to sit there in that chair all day, Colin?
But baby, it's really important. You've got to sit here and you've got to take in the vibe.
Cast your mind back for 1 minute to the hellhole that was this room. Can you remember?
Be nice.
Cheryl? It was absolutely devastatingly dark.
Darling,
and now this room is an absolute piece of designer magic.
And with Cheryl's custom carpets finally arriving, the last few bits of furniture can go in.
This man coming through.
know, I love this little thing that we've done here. Obviously, behind this cabinetry is a window to the garden. But over at this side, the symmetrical end of this operation, this was a little bit dark and glum, so we've mirrored it and popped a light above. So all of a sudden, you've got the illusion of another window at that side. I'll pop these down here. 3 little tits on a branch.
Right, baby, no, space them out a wee bit.
Good. Perfect.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And I'm just dying to get in there.
Do you know, I love this whole kitchen, but can I just tell you the 2 aspects that I love most? Firstly, the tin ceiling, which I think is just great. It looks absolutely fabulous, but it also reflects light around and makes the space feel much, much brighter. Another thing which I think is just too gorgeous for words is this double bullnose, which we've specified and have designed for this kitchen. Now, if you're going to pay for specialist work, get some specialist detail done, which will make your kitchen look different to anybody else's.
We love this fabulous period grey in here, and I want you to think. Imagine for a moment that you had an open concept dining kitchen. Okay, it would make sense to pick up this wonderful colour and then employ it on a piece of furniture, as we've done here. But why not take that thinking a step further and bring it outside as well? Now, in the summer months, this is Jane's dining space, and it's not rocket science. You know, pick up the colour from there and paint it out here.
Now, we've gone for quite a French boudoir look in this room, and we were a bit stumped as to what the lighting should be until we stumbled across a lovely old lighting store. Now, these pieces here, believe it or not, all together cost us $150, and that includes the shade, detailed with gold ribbon, custom made. There literally is not another lamp like that in the whole of Canada, apart from the one on the other side of the bed, that is.
You know, one of our favourite sayings is find a fault, make a feature. And this little table, believe it or not, was lying downstairs. It was all rusty, all dusty, and we've polished up this glass top. We've given the base a fabulous spray of gold paint, and I think it looks right royal, very regal, and actually perfect in this corner, especially with these beautiful little French chairs.
Hey! Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Please, let me in!
Oh, I love a bratty homeowner.
Oh, please, let me in, let me in.
In.
Oh, my God! Oh, it's incredible. Oh, this is stunning. I can't quite take it all in. Yeah.
We've taken you from crazy hobo lady to
He means that in a nice way.
Oh, this
urban.
is stunning. I could never have imagined this.
Oh, pared back so many of your things, but look, I mean, it's all things that you'll recognise that are yours, but they don't look like junk shop anymore. You know, they actually dress the area, they enhance the design, and that was our big lesson for you, of course.
Stunning.
Now, our other lesson for you was that you needed to stop being Jane of the jungle, okay? This whole mantelpiece, there's no point overcommitting. Just go for a few carefully selected items, and they'll say much, much more than a whole big forest of jungle activity.
I understand. I know,
Have
I mean,
a good
it's
look
just...
down there. Remember how depressing your dining table was before?
I know. Let me look.
Come see it.
The same old table, but it's not got that sad old cloth on it. You know, it's cleaned up, it's dressed for a very special occasion.
Oh,
and I think these chairs, you know, really comfy.
Can I try?
You like to have your friends round, make a real night of it, and now you can.
Welcome to your brand new kitchen.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Oh.
Cast your eyes upwards, Jane.
Oh my God, it's stunning.
We bust our budget for that tin ceiling.
Oh, no kidding, it's stunning. Oh, look what you've done. The whole room is usable now.
I mean, that's it. You wanted a social space. You know, you have your friends round. You know, you go to Paris a lot. We were thinking, you know, these beautiful bars, nice kind of counter over here, more of your lovely white marble. This is so Parisian in Canada, but very you as well.
Do you notice something that's missing from this side of the room? Your hulking big fridge freezer.
Yeah.
It's all gone under counter. That's your freezer.
Oh,
in 2 separate drawer compartments, okay? One there.
Stop!
Another one here. This is what we lovingly refer to in the business as an under-counter fridge.
I can't believe this is, it's not the same room. It's so beautiful. I just love it.
My word.
I love it when a homeowner growls.
And you know what? You made so much fun of my plants, and look at what you've done.
Because we've
You've
harvested
built me this
carefully.
castle. I'm just flabbergasted. It's so stunning. This is just like heaven on earth.
Well, you won't need your off-limits sign anymore, madam.
Oh my God. This is unbelievable.
Cast your mind back into that scene that we encountered with dust and plants and carnage of the bed.
Remember the photograph when we had to wipe the dust off our little faces? Now look at this, baby. It's clean, it's pure, it's ethereal.
It's unbelievable. Look at how you've actually taken advantage of all the angles. God, no. I mean, can I have to sit down?
It's your bed,
I can't quite come up with the words. Honestly, Justin, it's brilliant.
Well, we've had bags of fun doing your house, Jane, but all good things come to an end. Another thing that's come to an end is your bad taste, I hope. So with immediate effect, I'm fishing in my pocket to give you your house keys back if you promise to respect everything.
Time to go, I think.
There you are. Enjoy it.
Sweetheart, you're a goddess.
I'm just so blown away. It's stunning.
Wow, what an incredible transformation.
I mean, I'll never want to leave.
Jungle Jane, she's no more, and that was another home heist.
Time to roll out their rug, love, I'd say.
Fantastic, shall we?
Let's find another home in need of our attention.